We have 2 Giants going in. 2 Giants, a Prince, and a Spirit Empress. My man was just not playing defense. What is up, gamers? Happy first day of the new season. In today's video, we're going to be cooking our opponents with the brand new and completely free Spirit Empress card. She's super easy to unlock. Once you open the app, it's going to link you to the Supercell store where you can claim her for free. And because we can get this brand new legendary card for free, I'm going to be showing you the 5 best Spirit Empress decks to kick off the new season. All of these decks are completely new and unique, so hopefully you can find at least one deck archetype that you can relate with. And I just gotta say, after trying out dozens and dozens of decks, this card is really balanced, at least from my initial testing. In addition, I've been getting a lot of love on my channel here on YouTube and over on TikTok. So because of that, I want to say thank you to all of you. I'm going to be giving out 14 pass royales in this video. All you need to do to enter is like the video, comment the video, and make sure you are subscribed. And if you want 2 additional entries for these 14 pass royales, you can comment on my latest YouTube short and comment on my latest TikTok post. It'll be the post where I'm talking about giving away the pass royales. Thank you to everyone for all of the support recently. I will post the winners tomorrow. Before we get into all of the decks, I just want to thank my channel members for their support. Thank you so much. And that is all I gotta say. Yap session over. Let's go ahead and get into deck number 1 with the new and free Spirit Empress card. All right, into our first match of the video and first deck of the video, and that's going to be Lava Hound. To nobody's surprise, Lava Hound's pretty good, especially with the Spirit Empress. The versatility of her being a ground card and an air card is like super awesome. So I feel like that's the main reason I'm rocking her. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get her down here as an anti-air. And I also happen to have my Inferno in cycle as well, so I might have to play the Inferno on his support troops depending on what he plays, like if he supports this with an eye drag. Okay, we're going to go get this on the Flying Machine, hopefully. Yeah, so Flying Machine goes down. Nice, and he has an Inferno Dragon of his own, but that's okay, because Spirit Empress is going to do a very, very good job, and we have Skeleton Dragons here as well. So, really interesting start there. My opponent just going Lava first play. That's not, I feel like, what I would have done, but that's okay. He was able to cycle to his Evos a little bit, and so am I. The good news is in the mirror matchup, Lava Lava does very well against Dagger Duchess, so I'm kind of happy to see that. I feel like in this matchup, whoever plays like their Inferno Dragon better usually wins. Apparently I'm down Elixir, probably because I arrows the Lava Puffs, but that's okay. I'm just going to play my Valkyrie second. I have my Spirit Empress if he goes for a balloon. I could even Fireball too, but I would rather just go for the Spirit Empress. I think he messed that up because the Valkyrie... Oh, Valkyrie did go in front. That's okay. Spirit Empress does a lot of DPS, so I'm hoping we only eat 1 balloon shot here. Come on, Spirit Empress. Nice, that's pretty good. Okay, so I don't usually see Lava Poison. That's kind of like unorthodox. I'm not really used to that, but that's okay. All right, I think now might be a good time for us to go for our Lava because we're up a little bit of Elixir. I'm going to switch lanes here. Yeah, okay, so I need to play around his Inferno Dragon, like I said, but I want to save my Inferno for defense, so it's tricky. Because he definitely wants to Inferno on this, and if I go Skeleton Dragons, he's just going to poison immediately, so I just want to wait a little bit. Okay. Nice. And now I can... Oh, I don't want to Fireball the Flying Machine. I need to wait for the... yeah, Inferno Dragon. But I'm just going to let that go. Should get a decent amount of damage as is. Alright. Like I said, playing around the Inferno Dragon is like the most important thing in this matchup. So we actually get a decent hunk of damage there. I'm not going to complain. Okay, that's a fine Fireball, I feel like. So we're going to wait. We're going to Fireball all this back. Nice. You'll notice how I did it in a way where it pushed back the balloon. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to set up for like a tower trade. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're in a really good spot here. We're in a really, really, really good spot. This is exactly what I wanted. Like, see, Lava Hound is so interesting because you only need to make like a few really good decisions at like a macro level. And now this is like awful for him to defend. Nice, very, very good. I'd be surprised if he gets out of this alive, even with the poison. That Inferno Dragon is melting his King Tower. And now we're effectively in spell cycle range, which is really nice. Unless I like choke to like a balloon in the pocket or something. But Fireball does 300. So Fireball plus Arrow should finish off this match. Yeah, that's just what I was talking about. Barbarian's balloon in the pocket. Nice. I totally respect it. I would have done the same thing. But with that amount of elixir, he cannot afford to spell cycle me. So my man's on life support. I think we had the better variant, though, to be fair, like in this matchup. I only went in there to apply pressure, not because like necessarily it was the right decision. So arrows plus fireball are going to finish off this game. So GG's to that guy. I think we played it really well. So Lava Hound, deck number 1. We still have 4 more decks coming in the video, so we're going to hold that dub, and I'll catch y'all with our next deck. All right, into our next match here. Deck number 2 is going to be Bridge Spam with Mega Knight. I feel like this might be her sneaky best archetype. I actually think she is like really good in Bridge Spam decks. Looks like we might be up here against Hog. We're going to have our Prince ready here for like a King Tower activation. I like the Prince like this because the Firecracker will shoot. We'll get the King Tower activated, and Hog is limited to only 2 shots. I don't know if I could have done much better. All right, nice. Valkyrie gets eviscerated here. But yeah, she's really good in Bridge Spam decks. Like I said, I think that's one of... Let's go ahead and predict Skeletons. No, he goes for the Spirit instead, which was smart. Fair enough. All right, so Hog is interesting. We don't have a building, as I'm sure you can, like, see. So let's go ahead and get our Queen in the back. And my Spirit Empress ready. Spirit Empress does amazing on Hog, actually. I believe it only keeps it to 1 shot. I didn't mean to play her in the air form, though, TBH. I need to get used to that, dude. I was, like, ready. I'm like, okay, we're going to play her on the ground. We have some good split lane pressure here, but it should be, like, really easy for him to defend. We're going to wait on this ability here. We're going to pop it last second here, and I'm going to pressure with Wall Breakers opposite lane. Nice, and that E-Spirit is not going to be enough, so we're actually going to get a ton of damage. Let's go, dude. He said well played. I don't know, man. I think he just kind of overcommitted a little bit. He went Hog EQ, and he didn't hit anything with the Earthquake, so a big overcommitment there. I'm fine going Mega Knight in the back here because I have my King Tower activated, and I have arrows for a Bandit, so if he rushes, we can pressure. My man says, wow. It's very similar to last match, where I'm really just trying to survive single elixir. Okay, that's fine. He gets 1 shot. Not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and drop this Prince down now that that cannon is out. Okay. I think we're in a good spot. I mean, a lot of players just won't know how to defend these types of pushes, generally speaking. Let's go ahead and pressure with a cheap card like a Bandit. Nice. And he shouldn't have enough elixir that he can go like Skeletons last second. Yeah, there's going to be tower down. So that's what I'm talking about, dude. This deck is like, I don't know. He didn't play that very well. Like, obviously, a good Hog EQ player could do better. Nice. Spirit Empress. I do need to watch out for the Firecracker. Oh, dude. Oh, cringe. Okay, I missed that. Let's go ahead and zap here. The Firecracker, man. She has those jukes. Okay, Evo Mega Knight is incredible. Incredible against the Hog. So I don't think this is going to get any hits. I'm going to Mega Knight over to the side to limit the splash damage and get the Spirit Empress just to block. I should have been ready for that Firecracker. Nonetheless, we have like an amazing counter push here, so we're all good. Pop the ability here just to shred the cannon, hopefully. Yeah, cannon's dead. Let's go ahead. I guess we should go Bandit here to try and save our tower. This was actually like such poor game management on my end. Like, there's really no way that we lose because look at how much damage we've done to the King Tower. But I should have just managed the elixir a little better, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's go ahead and get a Mega Knight here. We need to start slow rolling here. I have my ground Spirit Empress ready for a Hog. We're going to go to get her down. He doesn't go for the Firecracker, so we're all good. Nope, he does. Let's go Prince here. This game is extending more than it should be, to be honest, but it is what it is. Let's go arrows here as well. Alright. We do have a Mega Knight that's pressing in the opposite lane, which is huge, and then Evo Mega Knight for the Hog. So let's go ahead and drop that bad boy down here. I'm going to apply some pressure to the King Tower. Nice. My man's fighting. My man's fighting for his life against this Mega Knight right here. Bandit on the tower. Come on, give me something. Yeah. We kind of just delayed the inevitable, but it's fine. Keeping it close for content, I guess. Let's go ahead and zap here. We have my Bandit ready for the Hog, and one way or another, my man is losing his tower. So GG's to that guy. I just wanted the 3 crown, bro. Anyways, that deck is really strong, as you can see from that game. We still have 3 more decks coming. We'll see you in the next match. To our next match here. Next deck is going to be Giant Beatdown. This deck is so brainless, bro. Anytime there's like a triple small spell Giant deck, it's just so brainless. Barry here should clean up everything, so shout outs to Barry. Kind of like a little jump scare there. Lumberjack here, just kind of to cycle to my Evo. But yeah, this deck is really good. Bridge Spam, I guess it's not Bridge Spam, but Beatdown is really good. Let's get the Rage down here and only hit one of the Spear Goblins. Alrighty here. Look, from the looks of it, okay, let's get the Spirit Empress down. Yeah, and Barry here against level 14 wall breakers will not be enough. So tough start for the kid, but You really only need 1 or 2 good pushes. It's good to know that he has Spear Goblins and Wall Breakers and a lot of cheap bait cards. That's going to be good for us. Also good for us that he used his Bomb Tower and just got it out of the way. So we're okay here. Spirit Empress is actually going to lock onto the tower. Dude, she does a lot of damage. Oh, okay. My man really flubbed in that situation there. So let's go Lumberjack here. I have my Rage ready. Okay, actually, let's just do this instead. Yeah, this is fine. Cool. Cool. Unfortunate that that berry tower was still alive, but I'm considering. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna eat a little bit of wall breaker damage here. Oh, that's like an overcommitment, I feel like. Okay, I don't think he'll be able to stop this very easily, so let's go ahead and have the giant in front. And I think I'm gonna rage all of this up, or like when he drops his ground troop, we're gonna rage. Okay, let's rage. And then we're going to support with an Evo Lumberjack, and I don't think he can stop all of this. Like, even with the Evo Knight, Evo with everything, he just spent too much to be able to stop all of this, so this is going to be tower down. So, well, I want to say that that was the deck. It was mostly oversight by my opponent, and we're going to get a Prince Charge on the tower, dude. This deck is crazy! All because of the new Spirit Empress card. It's fine, dude. Spirit Empress, she's just support, right? She's just support in this deck. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go Berry here. Prince as well. Come on, Prince. Do your job. Do your job, King. 1 wall breaker shot ain't the end of the world. Nice. And we're going same lane, which is good. All of it. Why? I don't understand that. All right, fair enough. Let's go ahead and get the giant down here. I got my Lumberjack. And I would have to try very hard to sell this game, but I've done worse. I've done worse or better. All right. Let's get the Spirit Empress down. And you can go for a poison, but he would probably, yeah, I was going to say he might struggle to defend if he goes for that early poison. So we'll see. Let's have our Prince ready here. We'll play it outside of the poison range. We're actually going to get a second giant down to tank for our first giant and rage all of this up. Evo Zap is really great in this deck as well. And now we have 2 giants. We have 2 giants going in. 2 giants, a Prince, and a Spirit Empress. My man was just not playing defense. Nice. This deck is really easy, really fun. I think of my 3, that might be the favorite. We'll see. We have 2 more decks coming your way. Let's get it. All right, in our next match here, this next deck archetype is going to be Graveyard. This one is kind of like, it could be a stretch if you're into Graveyard and you like Graveyard decks. I think she actually does fit pretty well in it. Especially because she's just a versatile card. I mean, I really like it. I do have to get used to the, like, not accidentally playing her in her 6 elixir form. Okay, let's go ahead and just poison this. I don't really want it to get any shots on my witch, but it's going to. It's just going to get some splash damage, so could be Hog. Those skeletons are just going to help my witch get more value, so let's go ahead and do this. Nice, E-Spirit's going to clean up. Kind of looks like a Hog deck. We'll see, though. It's got a really fast cycle. Nice, my man totally flubbed that. That's what I love to see. All right, we're just going to go like a Knight here. It's going to be Expo. I'm going to get my Spirit Empress down here. Knight plus Spirit Empress will do a really great job. I don't see a lot of Expo Firecracker. Probably because it's weird and not that great. I'm considering going for a Graveyard with this. Spirit Empress has like a decent amount of HP. She's going to one-shot the Firecracker. She's going to just be for... Okay, dude! She took forever to do anything there. Okay, it's fine. He used like his cheap elixir cards. Yeah, he just got enough elixir for log, so that was worth it there. I low-key think Spirit Empress could use a small buff. I'm scared to say it. I'm scared to say it. I don't know. Whenever I ask for a buff, it's like... these cards are going to get like emergency buff. But yeah, I think she could use like a small buff to her hit speed in her air form. I think her ground form is fine. I'm fine cycling Witch same lane because she heals. I was just about to say, I think that's a fine play because it's almost like a bait, right? Because they're like, oh, I'm going to play a spell on this super broken card, but she can heal all the way up. That's why I don't think you're supposed to... I think that's like a kind of not an immature, but an unseasoned player would do that because the Witch can just like heal herself back up. Right, so he wasted 4 elixir on the Witch that just completely self-healed. So that's just my opinion, but it is what it is. Let's get the Spirit Empress down here. It should be a lot harder for him to get Expo connections in double, which is really nice. Okay, I don't know if I have the proper things to support this, but because he just kind of wasted that Tesla, I will go in for the Graveyard. With the E-Spirit and the Skeletons and the Firecracker, I don't know how much damage we'll get. Nice, we have the Evo Knight in cycle, and I can just go for that and poison on the Expo. Oh my gosh! Okay, so Evo Knight will go like this, and we're going to win the game. So my man played that, like, really bad. Not in, like, a disrespectful way, but that was just awful. I don't know what the strat was. Maybe my man's using his homemade Expo deck. I'm not entirely certain, to be honest. All right, Spirit Empress is going to live there. There's really no reality in where we win this. Let's go Hut here just to clog the lane if he goes for a Graveyard. Yeah, where are you going to go now, buddy? Nice. Goes for the log. Night Witch to clean everything up and a Bar Barrel. GG's. I think that was a pretty good matchup for us, but Graveyard decks in general are just really strong, and they have been ever since the Evo Witch came out. So that is deck archetype number 4. If you like that style of deck, we have one more deck coming, one more game in the video. We'll see you there. All right, into our last deck of the video, which is going to be Electro Giant. Shoutouts to Electro Giant, kind of a forgotten card. I feel like Golem and Electro Giant don't get enough love, so whenever there's a chance that a new card can revive like an old deck archetype, it makes me happy. So we're going to be rocking the variant that I showed on screen. And last match of the video, thank you so much for watching and for considering subscribing to the channel. You know, I'm so grateful for all the love that I get. I feel like I've been getting a lot of love on the channel recently, so just shout outs to all of you. All right, so he's running a Balloon Cycle. We have really good balloon answers, at least decent balloon answers with the Lightning, the Tornado, the Spirit Empress in its air form, so we're looking okay. Just need to be careful not to get out-cycled. Spirit Empress is going to get 2 shots on the tower here. That's, like, monumental. All right, let's cycle the Knight here to get to the Evo. I have Bar Barrel and Cannon as well if he goes in with, like, an Ice Golem balloon. Then we should be okay. He just chills, though. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Lightning that. So that way he has to spend on the Knight. If he goes, like I said, I can defend a balloon for really cheap with the Cannon and the Tornado. So this is a really good matchup. Like, if I flub it, it's a bad matchup. But, like, generally speaking, this should be a decent matchup. It's not super easy for me to get damage. Like, but, we already have such a good lead that, like, I feel okay about it. Good building predict. Like, I'm actually fine still playing that because I can still just pull this to my King Tower and get, like, a King Tower activation. So that's why I'm, like, I don't know if that's, like, 100% the best play. Oh, I think that hits my King Tower. No! Okay, yeah. That was unfortunate, but either way, we still defended the balloon for literally 0 damage, so I'm not worried about it. The reason you have Evo Knight in this deck, other than defense, is you can put it in front of your Electro Giant. Okay, well, lol, thanks for the lightning value. No! 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 Oh, cringe. I might be cooked here, chat. All right, let's go ahead and relax, though. Yeah, okay, we're just going to DPS this down as quickly as possible. Get our cannon for the balloon, and we're going to be okay. Okay, no, we're not going to be okay. Your boy has, like, a legit hard counter, and I'm still selling somehow. Oi, oi, oi! I swear I'm actually a decent player, but this is not helping my case. All right, let's get the E-Giant down. We have the Evo Knight in cycle, so I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, let's go Evo Knight in front. It'll help with the Miner, and it should hopefully help tank for everything. We can actually just go for a Lightning onto everything. Beautiful. Now we're in a pretty good spot. This is exactly what I wanted, where the Knight goes in front. You can use the Spirit Empress to snipe buildings. That's exactly what I'm going for here. And we're just going to Tornado everything in, like this. Beautiful. Not bad, not bad. We're going to get no, we're not really going to get that much damage. Nice, but okay, so here's the thing is he just wasted his building, so we can immediately apply some pressure. Interesting. All right. Let's go ahead and get the E-Giant down. He's going to have to, like, spam and cycle back to his building, and we can just, like, immediately lightning it, which is nice. Where's the building? I'm going to predict the building, because he kind of has to play it, otherwise this connects to his tower. Nice, exactly. Okay. Yeah. He got the late building. That was kind of like a lose-lose for him, because he had to spam to get the building down, which is why I just, like, spam went for the lightning. So now we're pretty much within 2 lightnings, so even though I tried really, really hard to sell this game, we're going to win. So GG's to that guy. I feel bad. We had, like, a legit hard counter, and I still kind of messed it up, but a win is a win. We're going to hold it, and I'm going to catch y'all in the outro. And that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the support. Spirit Empress is free. She's a free card. You can get her from the Supercell store, and she's really good. She's really unique. I got to give Supercell credit for a brand new card concept, even though the game's been out for 9 years. So thank you again for watching. I'll post the winners of the past Royale in tomorrow's video. So as always, thank you for the support, and I hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace out.